everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we we're doing a drinking mukbang. Ta-da! And for the occasion I've dressed up because one, if you're gonna do a drinking mukbang, like do it properly, do you know what I mean? And secondly, I've got nothing better to do, quite frankly, and I wanted to dress up, so I thought I would do it for YouTube because why not? Anyway, so I've got my bar set up here. Wait, disclaimer, before I started this, I put on my Instagram story, what should I do? And everyone was just like, if you're gonna do a drinking mukbang, like at least drink, because obviously I do the say it or shot it and everyone's like, you don't answer the questions, all you do is do shots and then you're not actually drunk. I am sorry that it takes a while for me to get drunk. Like it does take a while for me to get drunk or even feel the effects of alcohol. So before I have filmed, I had a couple of drinks so that when I eventually get onto my bar, the effects will take place whilst we're having a video. I have asked you guys a load of questions on my Instagram. My phone is here. So I'm gonna go through them and answer some of them. And whatever. We're just doing something different because I'm so fed up with this year already. We're 7 days in. Disclaimer, I'm over 18, so I can drink. I'm not promoting anyone who's under the age of 18 to drink or to drink excessively. That is my disclaimer. We've got that out of the way. Let's get into my drinking. I've got this like ice cube, which is the shape of a football. Oh, I can't be asked. I've got this Crocs Cola that Cal sent me and I've not actually tried it yet, so I thought, why not just do it on the video? Cal, I'm gonna give you a review out of 10. Ooh, that's quite nice, you know? It passes my test. I mean, I don't know what my standards are, but anyway, so let's get these questions up. You know when you open your camera and it's on selfie and it's just like, what the hell do I look like? I'm gonna try and like genuinely answer questions because I try and tactically answer questions a lot, but you guys deserve some truths coming from me. So let's get into some questions. How do you feel about the fact that your not safe for work Reddit has more than your main? Firstly, if you watched my first Reddit video, I told everyone to report the not safe for work Reddit and no one did, evidently. I did, and it's still up there and it has more followers than my own one. So it's just like, obviously you're only here for one thing. This video is going to be a shambles. When are you telling people about your OnlyFans? Firstly, I don't have an OnlyFans. I don't have anything against people doing OnlyFans personally. I think it's a hustle, but I don't have an OnlyFans and I don't think I'm gonna get one anytime soon. So in answer to that question, not anytime, if ever. If you could marry one member of the Sidemen, who would it be and why? I would marry Ethan probably because he's single and we're already friends. Nothing else. There's nothing else to read into. Please don't take that piece of information and run a mile with it. That is just the answer to this question. Thank you very much. I thought you were a bit younger, by the way, it's a compliment. I mean, yeah, I'm not like the youngest person in the world, but also I'm not old, so I don't think people realize that between like when you turn like 20 and when you're like later on in your 20s, there's not much aging process, because in your 20s you're just like, I feel like when you're obviously like a baby and it shoots up to like when you're about 17 and then it kind of like goes like this. And then you get to like 30 and I feel like it starts going down there, but I'm still clinging on to like the little bit of youth. So I take the compliment, thank you very much. If you had 5 minutes left on Earth, what would be the first thing that you would do? 5 minutes left, would I be able to like teleport? Because if I did have 5 minutes left, obviously I'd want to go see my family and be like, bye, do you know what I mean? But if I had 5 minutes left, you'd have to call your family because I don't live less than 5 minutes away from any of my family or anyone I know really, so I'd probably just have to call everyone and say thanks guys. Do you know what I mean? Like there's not really much. I know it's a boring answer, but that's genuinely what I would do. Be right back, I need the toilet. Right, I have returned. Some account called Footworld has gone in with the foot questions. Why do you have such nice toes? Can you pick things up with your feet? Favorite toe polish color? Shoe size? Why can't you show your toes more often? Why don't you take advantage of your feet? And you guys wonder why I did a whole video talking about feet pictures. My favorite cut off my toes is white nail polish. Why do you support the Pelicans? And who's your favorite player in 2K? I support the Pelicans because my dad used to live in New Orleans when I was younger, and he used to bring back the jerseys, and at this time Chris Paul was playing for the Hornets and it was sick, so I have like the CP3 jersey. So ever since then, when I was thinking about which basketball team I should support, I didn't want to just go like the Lakers because they're really good, which I feel like a lot of people do. No shade, but also. So I thought I would go with a team that had some sort of meaning to me. So I chose the Pelicans, and I've just got to stick with it even though they didn't make the playoffs last year. And my favorite player in 2K is Anthony Davis because I feel like he's a cheat code. When you're playing with a whole team, I pick the Chicago Bulls 96-97 or the current LA Lakers from last season or the current one, because Anthony Davis is a cheat code in that game. Because if you go anywhere near the paint or trying to get a basket, he's gonna do it. Do you know what I mean? Anthony Davis, hands down. Lauren Alexis, Bambino Becky, or Vicky Lissaman. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. So for this one, I am going to snog Lauren and I will marry Becky because I think she'll be a great laugh to be around. And I will avoid Vicky, but the only reason is because I don't know her and I know Lauren and I know Becky. Find the love of your life who treats you like a queen, or be a millionaire and never find love. I think that I would pick to find the love of my life because I don't care that much about money. £1 million doesn't get you that much, especially in London, because I live in London. And that's not even really gonna get you a house in London. So I would definitely choose to find the love of my life. The pandemic has made me realize some things matter more than money, and that is company. Oh, I've just received, oh no. Oh no, I've just received this. Oh no.
It's time! The Sambuca alarm is going off! It's fucking time!
No. Right, I'm gonna have to. I don't have Sambuca, disclaimer. I've got tequila though, so we will be doing some tequila. I can't drink tequila. Had a very bad experience off of it once where I was violently sick. This could all end really bad for me, but you know, all in the name for YouTube. Oh no. The smell sends these two like sensations up to my brain that remind me of all the bad pastimes I've had with tequila. I don't even have any lemon. I'm just gonna have to do it. Okay. Ah, genuine. I've got goosebumps all over my body. Why? You know when you do a shot and it just fucks up everything? That has ruined everything that I was trying to do. Okay. If you could eat the same breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the rest of your life, what would you pick? Okay, breakfast, I already eat the same breakfast every day. Anyway, I have chopped strawberries, a Nature Valley like oat bar broken up with Greek yogurt and loads of honey on top. Fabulous. I look forward to it every day, even though I eat it every day. Lunch, I would have roasted vegetables with salad, and then I would have, you know, like them parcels, they're called feta cheese and spinach parcels. Incredible. Have them with a side of sweet chili sauce. Dinner, fried chicken, 100, curly fries, mozzarella sticks with barbecue sauce on the side, and for dessert, I would probably go for, what would I have for dessert? Like malwams or something, which is really odd, but I would definitely go for sweets like Millions or malwams. And for a drink, I would have the how dare I would have normal Coke, not Diet Coke, normal Coke in a glass bottle. Love it. Signed, sealed, delivered, send it off to the person, whoever processes it, I don't know. That shot is really fucked me up. Something that girls notice first about a guy. In my opinion, what I notice first about a guy, I don't know how to like explain it. I notice like how they carry themselves, which is weird. Do you know someone's presence and just if they're confident, but not arrogant, confident. And I always look at people's eyes because I love like pretty eyes. And if I may say, I like a guy that is not the loudest person in the room, but when they do speak, people will listen to them, like respect what they've got to say, and they've got good banter, they're sarcastic. I'm just reading off a whole list here. They've got good banter, they're sarcastic, they can deal with my sort of like negative humor. You know when your vision goes blurred? That's literally what's happening. What did you want to be when you were younger? I wanted to be a pop star. Like, I genuinely wanted to be in Destiny's Child, and I used to practice the routines in front of the mirror. So I wanted to be a pop star, then the ship sailed. Also, when I was younger, there was this one program, I think it was on Sky. I can't remember what it was called, but there was these two guys and they used to play games, and then they would have like a games guru who would like be really sick at all the games and test them out. Anyway, from that, I wanted to be a games tester. So I wanted to be someone who would get the games early and then test them out and just be like, give my opinion on them, which technically has come full circle, because now I don't have to like give the technical reviews on games early, but at least I get to play the games and tell you guys about them in a very informal manner. And also I don't have to be good at them, because realistically, sorry, there's a really loud motorbike outside, and I think it's quite rude that they would do that when I'm trying to film. Anyway, this is stressful. Drake, Travis Scott, or The Weeknd. This is really hard, actually. Firstly, I would marry Travis Scott because I think he is sick at music. Like, out of all those three people, he's my favorite person at music. And I think he's got good fashion sense. He seems like quite a decent guy, do you know what I mean? So marry him. I'm really stuck on the second two because I like some of their music. I think I would snog Drake and avoid The Weeknd, but there's nothing against The Weeknd because I really like his music, but that's my choice. Places you want to travel to after COVID. Japan. Have you seen the Nintendo, is it Mario World? Nintendo World? I don't care what it is, but it looks like Mario 64. They've recreated the castle from the Nintendo 64 Mario, and I just want to go. The only place I want to go this year is to Japan. And also I've always wanted to go to Asia and just travel and explore Tokyo and China and the cities. So 100% this year. There's so many people asking about giant Watsits. 1 second. At this point, I think that Watsits, Walkers or Watsits, call me Gary Lineker, because I feel like I've contributed to at least half the sales of giant Watsits. If you've not tried them, go and try the giant Watsits. That's all I'm saying. It's all I'm saying. This one's great. Who do you think will win the Premier League? Do you know what? Obviously, I am favourable towards Man City. And I think people have slept on them because obviously previous seasons they've been sick. They've got a really strong squad. I feel like at the beginning of this season, it was a bit... Recently, we've been like silently moving up the table, and it's either going to be Liverpool or Man City. That's it. I know now people are like, Man United might win the league. 4 weeks ago, you were saying that Spurs were going to win the league because they were at the top. Do you know what I mean? And now, there's not a whisper. Do you want kids in the future? If so, how many? Do you know what? I'll be honest. When I was younger, I literally was like, I'm never having kids. But in my old age, as I've got through my 20s, it's like every year that passes, I'm like, okay, maybe that would be quite nice. If it happens, it happens. Favorite artists from the 70s to the 90s, excluding hip hop. Do you know what? That's hard because honestly, if I could be reborn, I would be in my 20s during the 90s, because 90s hip hop and R&B is my favorite. But 70s, I'll go the Bee Gees. 80s, I would say Madonna. 90s, I would go with Nirvana. I feel like that's really sick. My music taste is A1. Would you ever date someone that wasn't a YouTuber and in the public eye? 100%. It's not about whether they're in the public eye or not, like what they do. It's about how compatible we are and how well we get along. So yeah, if it was the right person, then 100%. Snog, marry, avoid Ingram, Zion Williams and Ball, who are all Pelicans players, and I just know off the bat. So marry Ingram because I think he's sick, like he's such a good player and he's consistent. Secondly, I would snog Zion because he's also very sick, and I would avoid Lonzo Ball because in 2K, it's nothing to do with him in real life, but in 2K, I can't do it. I can't stand it. In 2K20, I was on the Pelicans and they were my NBA team, and he would let me down every time, and for that reason I have a vendetta, so I would avoid him. Would you ever kiss me on the lips? Well, certainly not, because it's a pandemic, so we can't even go less than 2 meters away from each other. So I'm sorry, but I can't do that. It's against the law. If you had a time machine and you can only use it once, where will you go? I would go to, I'm gonna say 1993, and I'm gonna live in New York because the music was sick in the 90s in New York. But I will dabble in LA every now and again because I think it was around 93 and 94 when Snoop Dogg dropped Doggy Style, and it's a sick album. Right, let's do the last few because otherwise me editing this video is gonna be an absolute myth. But first, let me take a big sip of my drink. What would you do? What would you do if a millionaire offered you £10,000 for a foot pic? Now, as much as I've complained about it, it's so easy to just go, take a photo of your foot and submit it, and it's only a foot. Do you know what I mean? It's only a foot, £10,000. I'm gonna say I would accept £10,000 because that's the value that I would put my foot at. £10,000, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Do you know what I mean? What is the last picture you took on your phone? I'm sure it's of me. Yeah. It's a selfie I took for Instagram. Okay, and the last question, and before I do that, let's go. Honestly. Do you have a close/good relationship with any other sidemen excluding JJ and Bez? I would say that other than those two, would be Toby. Like Toby is always, since I started my YouTube, he's always been really supportive. So I would definitely say Toby. And I'm gonna do one more, and that is it. Oh. Do you have a crush? And if so, is it a YouTuber you know well / have Everyone has a crush, don't they? Everyone's got a crush. Everyone in life has a crush, and I would never disclose to the internet who my crush is. I'll let you try and guess, and it's not the most obvious thing. You will never guess who my crush is. Anyway, there we are. This has been a struggle. Absolute struggle. Who would have thought it would be so hard? We made it to the end of the video. If you made it this far, thank you. And hope you enjoyed this drinking mukbang. I'm gonna go and eat some food now because I genuinely need to. And I will be back soon, I think. I'll be back soon with some more videos anyway. And yeah, goodbye. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.